Waking up tired after a full night's sleep can feel confusing. Many people assume this is simply what aging looks like. But feeling tired after 60 is often not normal at all. What makes this exhaustion so frustrating is how quietly it appears. Your routine may look fine on the surface. You sleep. You eat. You rest. Yet your energy fades earlier each year. By midday, your body already feels heavy. Your mind feels slower than it used to. This kind of fatigue rarely comes from one obvious problem. It usually builds slowly, through small daily patterns you barely notice. Habits that once felt harmless can quietly drain strength over time. Many older adults don't realize their body has changed how it recovers. What worked at 50 may no longer work the same way now. The signals are softer, but the impact is stronger. The good news is this. When you understand why energy fades, it often becomes easier to restore. Not through big changes, but through awareness. In this video, we'll explore 5 common reasons energy disappears after 60. Each one reveals something important about how your body now works. And one of them is almost always overlooked. Let's start with the first reason your energy may already be slipping away. Number 1. Poor sleep quality and nighttime disruptions. Many people believe sleep problems mean sleeping too little. But after 60, the real issue is often sleep quality. You may go to bed early every night. You may wake up early every morning. From the outside, your sleep looks perfect. Yet your body still feels exhausted. That's because recovery does not happen through hours alone. It happens during deep, restorative sleep. As we age, sleep patterns quietly change. Deep sleep becomes shorter and more fragile. Light sleep becomes longer and easier to interrupt. This is why many adults wake up multiple times each night, often without fully understanding why. Sometimes it happens around the same early morning hour. Your body stays in bed long enough, but it never reaches true rest. Muscles do not fully recover. Hormones do not fully rebalance. One common disruption is nighttime bathroom visits. The bladder becomes more sensitive with age. Small changes now trigger stronger urges. Drinking fluids too close to bedtime can worsen this. So can certain evening medications. Even 1 or 2 interruptions can break deep sleep. Each time you wake up, your brain resets. Your body must start the sleep cycle again. Over time, this creates silent exhaustion. Morning no longer feels refreshing. It feels heavy, slow, unfinished. Another overlooked cause is breathing disruption during sleep. Many people experience brief pauses in breathing at night, often without ever realizing it. You may snore softly, or wake up with a dry mouth, or feel tired no matter how long you slept. When breathing pauses, oxygen levels drop. Your body shifts into stress mode. Deep sleep becomes almost impossible. Over time, this leads to morning headaches, mental fog, and a constant drained feeling. Consider a common situation many older adults experience. Someone believes fatigue is simply part of aging. They adjust their life around being tired. They rest more. They cancel plans. They lower expectations. Only later do they realize sleep was never truly restoring them. Once nighttime habits change, mornings feel completely different. Not energetic overnight, but clearly better. The most important idea here is rhythm. Not just routine. Not just bedtime. Your body relies on predictable signals to recover. Light, darkness, stillness. Consistent sleep and wake times help reset your internal clock. But protecting deep sleep is what truly restores energy. Late caffeine can quietly interfere with sleep depth. Screens before bed keep the brain alert. Warm rooms prevent the body from fully relaxing. These may seem like small details, but after 60, small details matter more. Feeling tired is not always a sign of weakness. It is often a signal of interrupted recovery, a message your body is sending quietly. When sleep quality improves, many other things improve too. Energy returns gradually. Focus becomes clearer. Mood feels lighter. And often, people realize something surprising. They were more tired than they ever understood. Now, let's move to the second reason energy continues to fade after 60. Number 2. Nutrient deficiencies that quietly drain energy. Feeling tired after 60 is not always about sleep. Sometimes, the cause is much quieter and easier to miss. It comes from what your body no longer absorbs efficiently, even when your eating habits seem unchanged. As the body ages, digestion slowly becomes less effective. The stomach produces fewer enzymes and acids. This affects how nutrients are released from food. You may eat regular meals every day, but your cells may still receive less fuel. Energy production quietly slows down. This kind of fatigue feels steady and persistent. It does not come and go. It slowly becomes your new normal. Many people describe it as feeling drained for no clear reason. They rest more, yet feel no better. They sleep longer, yet wake up tired. Energy depends on nutrients at a cellular level. Without them, the body cannot work efficiently. No amount of motivation can replace missing fuel. 3 nutrients play a key role here. They often decline after 60, and they are rarely noticed early. The first is vitamin B12. This nutrient supports nerve communication and blood health. It helps deliver oxygen throughout the body. When B12 levels drop, fatigue appears gradually. Concentration becomes harder. Balance may feel less stable. Many people think diet alone prevents this. But B12 absorption requires stomach acid. And stomach acid naturally declines with age. This means food may contain B12, but the body cannot access it fully. The problem is not intake. It is absorption. The second nutrient is iron. Iron deficiency is not limited to younger adults. It quietly affects many people later in life. Iron helps transport oxygen to muscles and organs. When iron drops, muscles tire faster. Physical effort feels heavier than before. Walking takes more energy. Stairs feel steeper. Recovery takes longer. This fatigue often feels physical and deep, as if the body is carrying extra weight, even when nothing has changed externally. The third nutrient is vitamin D, often linked only to sunlight, but its role is much broader. Vitamin D supports muscle strength and emotional balance. It also helps regulate energy levels. With age, skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D. Time outdoors may no longer be enough, especially during cooler months. Low vitamin D often feels like lingering exhaustion. Muscles feel weaker. Motivation feels lower. Rest does not fully restore energy. Sleep does not feel refreshing. Fatigue lingers quietly. Many people mistake this for aging itself. They adjust their lives around feeling tired. They lower expectations. They stop questioning why energy disappeared. They accept fatigue as permanent. But fatigue is often a signal, not a final state. Consider a familiar situation. Someone stays active and engaged for years. Then energy fades unexpectedly. They assume age is the cause. They slow down their routines. They withdraw from activities they once enjoyed. Only later do they learn nutrients were low. Once balance improves, energy slowly returns. Not suddenly, but noticeably. This shows an important truth. Fatigue is not always about rest. It is often about nourishment. Without proper fuel, the body conserves energy. It prioritizes survival over vitality. Everything feels harder. Guessing rarely helps in these situations. Awareness matters more than assumptions. Observation matters more than blame. Supporting your body starts with daily choices. Variety in food becomes more important now. So does regular movement and sunlight. Leafy greens, fish, eggs, and whole grains support balance. Not as rules, but as support systems. When nutritional balance improves, the change feels subtle. Mornings feel slightly easier. Mental clarity improves. Motivation returns quietly, but steadily. If this point feels familiar, pause for a moment. Notice how often fatigue appears without explanation. If you're still watching, comment number 2 below. It helps others recognize similar experiences. And if this discussion feels helpful, consider subscribing. New videos explore aging with clarity and calm. Now, let's move to the third reason energy continues to fade after 60. Number 3. Dehydration and poor fluid balance. One of the most overlooked causes of fatigue after 60 is dehydration. Not severe dehydration, but mild, daily dehydration that quietly builds. Many older adults drink far less than their bodies need. Not by choice, but because thirst signals fade with age. You may not feel thirsty at all, yet your body still needs fluid to function well. That silent gap slowly drains energy. Water supports every system in your body. Digestion, circulation, brain activity, muscle movement. When hydration drops even slightly, the body works harder. Blood becomes thicker. The heart pumps with more effort. The brain receives less oxygen. Thinking slows. Focus fades. This creates a foggy, tired feeling. One that sleep or coffee cannot fix. Dehydration often worsens because of daily habits. Some medications increase fluid loss. Others reduce the body's ability to retain water. Many people also limit fluids in the evening. They want to avoid nighttime bathroom trips. This choice often backfires. The body remains underhydrated most of the day. Energy stays low from morning onward. Recovery becomes difficult. When dehydration continues, the body adapts. It enters energy-saving mode. Muscles feel heavier. Reflexes slow. Temperature regulation weakens. Movement feels harder than it should. These symptoms often appear before thirst. Dizziness, headaches, dry mouth. Because signs are subtle, dehydration is often misread. People assume fatigue comes from aging or from stress. Consider a common situation. An older adult feels constantly exhausted. Medical tests show nothing unusual. They feel confused and discouraged. They begin to doubt their body. Only later do they notice fluid intake is very low. Sometimes just 1 or 2 glasses daily. Far below what the body needs. When hydration improves, changes appear quickly. Mental fog lifts. Energy stabilizes. The difference can feel surprising. Not dramatic, but unmistakable. Hydration does not mean only drinking water. Fluids come from many sources. Soups, fruits, herbal teas. Vegetables with high water content also help. Small, frequent intake works best. Large gulps are less effective. Consistency matters more than quantity at once. Sipping regularly supports balance. The body responds gently. There is also a strong link between hydration and mood. Low fluid levels affect emotional regulation. Irritability increases. Confusion becomes more likely. Restlessness grows. Fatigue feels heavier emotionally. Many people mistake this for low mood. But the body may simply need balance, not treatment. Simple routines can help support hydration. A glass of water upon waking helps. Before coffee. Sipping throughout the day keeps levels steady. Pairing fluids with meals supports absorption. Sugary drinks do not help. They spike energy briefly, then worsen fatigue later. Think of your body like a garden. Without water, nothing thrives. Even strong plants weaken. When hydration improves, systems work together again. The heart pumps more easily. Muscles recover faster. The mind feels clearer. Fatigue fades gradually. Not because energy was added, but because the body can finally use existing energy. Feeling exhausted does not always mean weakness. Sometimes it means dehydration. A quiet message from the body. When you listen, the change feels real. Not rushed, but steady. Now, let's move to the fourth reason fatigue often continues after 60. Number 4. Sedentary lifestyle and muscle weakness. Fatigue is not always caused by something going wrong inside the body. Often, it comes from what is no longer happening. A lack of movement is one of the most common causes of constant tiredness after 60. It develops slowly and quietly. The less you move, the more your body adapts to inactivity. Muscles weaken. Circulation slows. Your body begins conserving energy instead of creating it. You feel tired not from effort, but from lack of use. The human body was designed for regular movement. Not intense movement, but consistent movement throughout the day. Every step sends signals to your body. Stretching triggers hormone release. Even reaching activates circulation. These signals help regulate metabolism and energy. When movement disappears, these signals fade. Cells become less efficient at using oxygen. The heart rate stays lower than it should. The brain receives fewer nutrients. Over time, this creates a constant sluggish feeling. Small tasks feel harder. Stairs feel steeper. Carrying groceries feels exhausting. Not because you are weak, but because muscles are underused. Many people fall into this pattern unintentionally. Joint stiffness appears. Fear of pain grows. Movement feels risky. So activity decreases. But inactivity makes muscles weaker. Weaker muscles increase fatigue. Fatigue then discourages movement. This creates a slow spiral of energy loss. One that feels difficult to escape. The truth is simple but surprising. Movement does not drain energy. It builds it. Gentle daily movement improves blood flow. It balances hormones. It strengthens muscles safely. Even light activity helps reset the energy system. Walking, stretching, gardening. These movements remind the body how to function. They encourage oxygen delivery. They support recovery. Consider a familiar situation. Someone spends most days sitting. Movement feels optional. They believe resting will protect their energy. But energy continues to fade. Once movement is reintroduced, things begin to change. Sleep improves. Appetite stabilizes. Energy returns gradually. Not all at once, but steadily. This change is not about pushing limits. It is about consistency. Small actions repeated daily. Science supports this experience. Regular movement improves cellular energy production. It supports mood through natural chemicals. Stress and anxiety quietly decrease. Two major energy thieves. Movement also changes how people think. Confidence grows. Control returns. The body begins to feel capable again. The mind follows. Exercise does not need to be intense. It should feel manageable and repeatable. The best activity is one you will actually do. For some, that is walking outdoors. For others, gentle stretching indoors. Some prefer light resistance. Others enjoy slow, mindful movement. What matters is showing up daily, even briefly. Short movement breaks help more than long sessions. A few minutes every hour makes a difference. These small signals tell the body something important. Movement is still part of life. Strength is still possible. Each movement sends a message. I am still here. I am still capable. Over time, the body responds. Muscles adapt. Energy improves. This shift is not dramatic, but it is powerful. If constant tiredness feels familiar, consider this gently. Not what you are doing wrong, but what your body is missing. If this section resonates with you, comment number 4 below. Others may feel the same way. And if these discussions feel helpful, consider subscribing. New videos explore aging with clarity and calm. Now, let's move to the 5th reason fatigue can feel so heavy after 60. Number 5. Emotional stress and mental fatigue. Sometimes the most exhausting burden is not physical. It is emotional. Chronic worry slowly drains energy. Unresolved sadness does the same. So does constant uncertainty. For many people after 60, fatigue is not about age. It is about invisible weight carried every day. Loss, loneliness, and the quiet anxiety of change. The mind and body are deeply connected. They respond to stress as a single system. When stress appears, the body releases survival hormones. These hormones are helpful in short moments, but harmful when they linger. When stress lasts too long, recovery becomes difficult. Sleep becomes lighter. Energy reserves shrink. This is why emotional fatigue feels heavy. Not sharp. Not sudden. It feels like moving through thick air. Everything requires more effort. Loneliness plays a powerful role here. Humans are wired for connection. Conversation matters. So does shared laughter. Simple companionship matters more than people realize. When these connections fade, emotional energy fades too. This is not weakness. It is biology. Many older adults spend long days in silence. Not by choice, but by circumstance. The body interprets isolation as stress. Energy slowly drains as a result. Mental fatigue also comes from constant stimulation. News screens. Endless information. The brain rarely rests. It keeps processing threats and worries. Even while sitting still, the mind stays active. Replaying memories. Imagining worst outcomes. This background noise consumes energy quietly. It leaves little space for restoration. Consider a familiar experience. Someone wakes up feeling empty. Not sick. Just drained. Medical checks show nothing unusual. Yet life feels heavy. Once connection returns, energy begins to shift. A small group activity. A shared routine. Suddenly days feel fuller. Not busier, but meaningful. This change often surprises people. They thought fatigue was physical, but it was emotional. Mental rest is as important as physical rest. Silence matters. Stillness matters. Moments without noise allow the nervous system to settle. Breathing slows. Thoughts soften. Simple practices help restore balance. Quiet walks. Gentle stretching. Sitting without screens. Even brief pauses during the day. Reconnecting does not require big steps. A weekly phone call helps. So does shared activity. Volunteering. Group movement. Creative hobbies. Spiritual reflection also supports emotional balance. Prayer for some. Meditation for others. Gratitude helps many people feel grounded again. Not forced positivity. Simple presence. These moments remind the body it is safe. When the mind feels safe, energy returns. Emotional fatigue does not mean you are broken. It means you have lived deeply and cared deeply. It reflects years of responsibility and attachment. That weight deserves care. The goal is not to erase emotion. It is to replenish it with meaning. When worry is replaced with connection, energy shifts. When isolation meets purpose, strength grows. Fatigue is not always about sleep or nutrition. Sometimes it is about the spirit. When the heart feels lighter, the body follows. Energy flows more freely. And sometimes, that is enough to feel alive again. If you have been feeling tired more often, pause for a moment. Fatigue is not a personal failure. It is not weakness. It is your body asking for attention. Aging does not mean losing energy forever. It means learning how energy changes and how to protect it. Many people accept exhaustion as normal after 60. They stop questioning it. They stop expecting more. But tiredness is often a message, not a final condition. Throughout this video, we explored quiet energy leaks, poor sleep, low nourishment, dehydration, inactivity, emotional strain. None of these appear overnight. They build slowly, and they can be addressed slowly. Think of your energy like a savings account. Small withdrawals add up over time, but so do small deposits. Better sleep habits help. So does gentle movement. Hydration matters more than most realize. So does mental rest. Even 5 quiet minutes can restore balance. So can laughter. So can connection. You do not need to change everything today. Big changes often fail. Small ones last. One choice at a time is enough. One habit at a time is enough. Many older adults rediscover energy this way. They stop accepting exhaustion as permanent. They become curious instead. When balance improves, changes follow. Mornings feel lighter. Focus feels clearer. Mood becomes steadier. Confidence slowly returns. Energy does not rush back, but it grows. And it stays. Ask yourself one simple question today. What is one small thing I can change? Maybe drink more water. Maybe walk for 10 minutes. Maybe rest your mind. Maybe reach out to someone you miss. Connection often restores more than effort. Every small action sends a message. I am still here. I still matter. That message is powerful. The body listens. Thank you for spending this time with us. Your presence matters more than you know. If something in this video resonated, share it below. Tell us one insight you are taking with you. Reading your comments helps others feel understood. It helps build community. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing. New videos arrive regularly, calm and thoughtful. And if someone you love feels tired after 60, share this video. Sometimes awareness is the first step back to strength. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you again.